Could you speak up, please? Because
I'm
our-
sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
our
know, I'm a little
microphone doesn't work
soft-spoken.
every meeting. We
Okay.
can't seem to get that fixed.
I'm sorry. So coming from the perspective that I live in the township and I have a chronic medical condition, and I use the service a little bit more than probably anybody else here. I also have an aging parent that lives here, so I am also concerned about response times and first I'll address you to say that I've never had an issue with response times. And any time that I have had a delayed response, I have had a medic who has responded to my house within moments. Jonathan has been at my house, he has assessed me, he has called medical command, he has started an IV, he has started fentanyl for me in my living room, and had me packaged and ready to go by the time the delayed ambulance got to my door so that it wasn't an issue. So my question to you is, with my condition, there are times when I can't go to the closest medical facility. My primary treating physician is working out of West Penn or Allegheny General. So at that time, when I'm in that emergent situation, then I need to go into Pittsburgh, is your ambulance gonna be able to take me there?
Yes.
They won't say I have to go to Mon Valley.
So we are guided by, first thing is,
Now, I understand if it is a life-threatening emergency,
correct,
that they have to take me to the closest facility, I understand that.
closest appropriate, correct.
Correct. So,
If it is not a life-threatening emergency,
correct,
we will take you to the facility of your choice.
okay. So, say that they have a priority call going on over at South Park Mobile Estates. I think we've got a lot of elderly customers in South Park Mobile Estates. They have some breathing issues, they have some priority calls, things like that. So they've got a priority call over there, and I have an attack of my condition. You have one ambulance, correct? So we're still, I mean, I think that we've covered that, Len covered that. You aren't gonna have a second ambulance here that's gonna come to me. You're gonna have to find
That is,
mutual aid,
that is partially incorrect. There
okay?
will be a second ambulance during most daylight hours. There will also be a paramedic in a response vehicle.
Okay, cause I'm gonna require more than a BLS transport unit.
So again, the state mandates what an ALS unit is, what a BLS unit is. So the proposal is for one paramedic staffed ambulance 24 hours a day.
Okay, so they have an ALS unit that's needed, but let's give it even better, in El Rema, cause that's all the way across the township for me. And I need an ALS unit over on this side of the township. You're not gonna provide it, you're gonna have to call for mutual aid, correct?
On some times, that would be correct.
Okay, so, we already had a comment that we know that my next closest mutual aid is either gonna come from Peters Township or from Tri-Community South in Bethel Park. Both of them are, I know Tri-Common, Bethel Park is severely understaffed, and a lot of their calls go to Peters, so neither one of them can come to me, and now we're looking at somebody else. For my ALS call, that's gonna take, we don't know how long. Do you currently have a vehicle with a runner, like Jonathan, who's gonna be able to get to me?
We do currently have a vehicle.
You currently, and he's gonna come to my house, he's gonna be able to start me a fentanyl drip?
Correct.
Okay.
A ALS response vehicle has everything the ambulance has, basically minus the
And
stretcher.
you already have that vehicle and that personnel who can service me?
Yes,
24 hours a day?
24 hours.
24 hours
I
a
mean,
day.
I'm not to keep bringing Jonathan up, but obviously Jonathan lives in our community. Jonathan has been to my house, like my mother has hung up the phone with 911, and the next thing you know, Jonathan is pulling up at my house because he lives in our community.
They know our community.
Yes, I mean, I can't ask for any better service than we've been provided here. And to address the board, and I don't come to meetings, I usually watch online, you know, this is big to bring me out. You're aware, we have kids, we're all busy, I work shifts, so this is pretty big to bring me out. I'm appalled that everybody else isn't here.
Yeah.
I really am, especially the people who seem to be the most opposed to paying out for this service.
Mm-hmm.
This service is never wronged this community. They're here. They're involved in our community. They provide us with excellent response times. And again, we have medics in our community. We have that response person here. We're a big township. We're far reaching. To get somebody to come in here, some of our rural places that are far away, you're not gonna get that. Like, you have one ambulance here, and like I said, that's great, but stuff happens. We all know. We go from zero to shitstorm in no time at all.
And never had.
Right? That's the way it goes. You can have no call in the township for 2 days, and all of a sudden, you have 4 people in the township that need an ALS vehicle right away. And right now, I happen to know that I'm gonna get an ALS vehicle from Southeast Regional 9 times out of 10, because they have that many vehicles on the road in a close enough location that they're gonna get to us.
My comment to that would be, and nothing against your ambulance service, she also knows that when she calls, she's gonna recognize the person that comes to her
Absolutely.
door, and he's gonna know her, and he's gonna,
Absolutely. When my father passed, Jonathan came and held the hand of everybody in my family.
I mean, when Mr. Parrish's grandson needs help,
It
he
was
opens that door, he is
absolutely,
happy to see somebody that he knows.
yeah.
So
Well, like I said,
equally equipped and everything, but somebody he already trusts, somebody
Yeah.
who already trusts someone.
and
who
I
already
think we
knows.
should be aware that Jonathan has been involved with the fire department for how many years? Most people in this township do know Jonathan. I think that the board one time said they didn't know who you were, so some of the supervisors had no idea who he was. From watching, because I do watch all the meetings, and I was kind of surprised, because Jonathan has lived here all of his life, he has been active with the fire department, he responds to all these calls. Like I said, I cannot say enough about Jonathan. Plus his background with 911. I mean, Jonathan has the background, he worked at 911, he has all of that background. And again, I'm upset that the people who seem to be the most opposed to paying this money aren't here.
They don't wanna take the heat.
Well,
They wanna take the heat.
I would like them to hear these comments, because
That's right.
I don't understand. $5 a head. Again,
How
I
much
feel
is
like
a-
I'm worth $5.
Yeah, how much is a life worth?
I feel like I'm worth $5.
Thank you so much.
And again, the service has been just impeccable. They're here, they're always here. Their response times are fantastic, and I think they deserve the money that they're asking for. And I hope that you guys take that into consideration.
Thank you so much. All right, any other comments?